Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaga Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Knowledge, Raja Vidya. We have successfully finished the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is the second largest chapter with 72 slokas. 18th chapter has got 78 verses. And the third largest is the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa, with 55 verses. So here in this second chapter, we understood very clearly about the Sankhya Yoga and then Buddhi Yoga. Krishna said in this sloka number 39 in the second chapter, Esate abhihita sankhye buddhi yoge tu imam shunu. Buddhya yukta yaya pata karma bandham prahasyasi. So until now I have explained to you about the Sankhya. Now you hear from me about the Buddhi Yoga. By acting with intelligence, you will be freed from the bondage to work in this world. That's what karma bandham prahasyasi. So, in the Sankhya Yoga, what Krishna is teaching us very clearly, Krishna taught us that we are the soul, we are not the body. So, we understood that knowledge very well, that we are the soul. The soul is never killed. The soul is always there. It cannot be destroyed. The soul. Avinashi. Avinashi means it's indestructible. Avinashitu tadviddiyena sarvamidam tatham vinasam avyayasyasya nakaschit kartum argasi. So the one which is pervading this entire body, yena sarvam idam tatham, so you know that that is indestructible, and vinasam avyayasyasya, so that imperishable soul, nobody can destroy that at any point of time. Nakaschit kartum argasi. It is not possible. It's not possible by anyone to kill this soul, to destroy this soul. Anyone who thinks that the soul is the killer or the soul can be killed, both of them are not in knowledge, because the soul can neither kill or not be killed. Yenam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate khatam vauthu na vijani thu nayam hanti na hanyate. That is the soul. We are the soul and we are always there. But when we are in this body, We are bound inside this body. So, and we are forced to act in this world. So that is what is called Janma Bandha, Karma Bandha, which I have explained many, many times in the past. We discussed many, many times. So now, based on the Sankhya Yoga, what Krishna is teaching Arjuna, that is also known as Jnana Yoga, the knowledge that we are not the body, we are the soul. But now, if we have the intelligence, then by acting with intelligence, we can actually free ourselves from bondage to work in this world. Everyone is bonded labor only. It's not that somebody who is very poor and they are working for someone as bonded labor, but in reality, it's truly speaking, everyone in this world who is not a devotee of Krishna, they are all bonded laborers. Of course, Krishna's devotee is also bonded, but he is bonded to Krishna. That is the main thing. So there we are getting liberation. So there we are getting serviced by Krishna. There Krishna is serving us. When we are a devotee of Krishna, we will be able to get the service from Krishna. Whenever we talk about devotional service, so that doesn't mean that only we are serving Krishna. Devotional service means both are serving each other. We are serving Krishna and Krishna is serving us. And in both cases, there is no expectation in return other than pure love. That's it. Krishna loves us and he is serving us. Yategam priyamanaya vakshyami hitakami. Because you are so dear to me, I am giving you this knowledge for your benefit. That's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. So that way, Krishna is serving us. Yata mam prapatyate tam sateva bhajamigam. To the extent we surrender unto Krishna, to that extent Krishna also serves us. It's the perfect example. Krishna was driving Arjuna's chariot in the battlefield. That is simply serving Arjuna. Even though Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita many times that you are constantly engaged in my devotional service, but here Krishna himself is actually engaged in Arjuna's service with devotion. So there's a devotional service which Krishna is performing for Arjuna because he loves Arjuna. So Krishna is devoted to Arjuna. So that means we can also say that Krishna is a devotee of Arjuna. We have never heard like this, correct? We always think that devotee means we are all devotees of Krishna like that. But Krishna is our devotee also. So that's what we understand from Bhagavad Gita. He is ready to serve us. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. Krishna is bringing us all our needs. He takes care of us very well. But he expects in return only love. So that way, we need not ask Krishna that I have this problem, I have that problem, you solve this problem, that problem, and we should not be asking Krishna. If it is our problem, then it is Krishna's problem too. That's what we need to know. So, because it's not only that we are part and parcel of Krishna, but Krishna is always remembering us. Krishna is always thinking about us. When Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that you always remember me, sarvesu kaleshu mam anusmarat. So, also Krishna says that ananya chetaga satatam yo mam smarati nitya sagatasyagam sulabhaka partha nitya yuktasya yogi. So if anyone remembers me without any deviation all the time, he can attain me very easily. So Krishna is remembering us all the time. Krishna never forgets us at all. He is remembering us. That's why he is always with us in our heart as a super soul. Krishna is with us all the time. He is remembering us also all the time. Krishna never forgets us. We always say that always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. But the reality, the truth is that, the fact is that Krishna is always remembering us. He is never forgetting us. But Because of ignorance, because of not having this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, because of not able to fall in love with Krishna, we simply forget Krishna and suffer and struggle in this material world. That's purely because of our ignorance, because of not having this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Once we have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, then we will not be ignorant anymore. So we need to, that's why we are gaining this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We are understanding it completely. Each and every sloka, each and every chapter, we are understanding very, very clearly, very well. It's very easy, extremely easy to understand. Even we go to schools and colleges and do very tough, complex mathematics, solving all kinds of problems. But here, this Bhagavad Gita is very easy to understand. Lord Shri Krishna is teaching us in a very, very simple way, actually. Krishna is using very simple words in Sanskrit. If you actually analyze this, the words Krishna is using in Bhagavad Gita, this Sanskrit is actually very, very easy to understand. Many places, manmana, matpara, so like that Krishna is saying aham, everything. So Krishna is talking about him a lot and lot, so that we will know about him everything, so that by knowing about Krishna, we will fall in love with Krishna. Then we will go to Krishna. That's why Krishna is teaching that janma karma chame divyam yevam yo veti tattvadaga Tyakva degam punarjanmanayeti mameti suarjunam. So if we just know the transcendental appearance and activities of Krishna, then we, after leaving this body, we will not come back again, because we'll go to Krishna. So the reason is that if we know about Krishna's divine transcendental nature of his appearance and activities, we are going to fall in love with Krishna. We are not going to forget Krishna. We will remember Krishna all the time, and we will be engaged in Krishna's devotional service all the time, and we will be able to dedicate our life only in the service of Krishna. So that way we will be ready to go to Goloka. So that's why Krishna is teaching that after knowing about me, so then after leaving this body, so then we will not come back here again, because we'll go to Krishna. We are knowing about Krishna now. We are very, very fortunate. We are understanding this Bhagavad Gita very well. We know all the chapters, every question asked by Arjuna and answers given by Krishna, everything is very clear to us. There are no questions. When we understand all the questions asked by Krishna, asked by Arjuna, and all the answers given by Krishna, then we will not have any more questions to ask. There are no doubts. Everything is very clear and straightforward. We will simply accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord if we have this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's what is happening with all of us. That's why we are here every day. We are studying Bhagavad Gita. So that is because we are getting this knowledge. We are understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are able to accept Krishna as the Supreme Person, Purushottam. So Krishna is Pratitaka Purushottama. Yasmat Ksharam Atituham Aksharat Apicha Uttamaha Atosmi Loke Vedecha Pratitaka Purushottama. So Krishna is celebrated as Purushottama in all the worlds. Krishna is known as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's what we are understanding. Krishna is the Supreme Person. We simply have to fall in love with Krishna and serve Krishna. And that way, simply by remembering Krishna, who is the Gati, who is the Bharta, Prabhu, Sakshi, Gatir Bharta, Prabhu, Sakshi, Nivashaga Saranam, Sugrut, Prabhavaga Pralayaga Stanam, Nidanam, Bijam Avyayam. So Krishna is everything. He is the destination. He is the Gati. He is the witness. Krishna is there in our heart as a super soul. Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheswara. Paramatme iti chayuktaga degeshwin purushaka para is known as Paramatma. Krishna is the super soul, supreme Lord. Sri Krishna is the super soul, Paramatma. If we understand this Bhagavad Gita, if we know that Krishna is the Paramatma, then we will reach the supreme abode, Param Gatim. Having gone, we will not be coming back to this material world at all. If we go to Krishna's world, Goloka, then we are not going to come back to this material world. So this is a very, very rare opportunity we have got. And many times in the past, I mentioned that human brain is very special. Scientifically speaking, our brain can do a lot more things than any other animals. That we already know that. But if you don't use our brain, if you don't use our body to release our soul from this material world, then we are simply fools. If we don't use, we will lose. That's very important. We need to understand. If we don't use this human body, then we'll lose this human body. We will not get another chance, another opportunity to realize ourselves and free ourselves from this material bondage. So when time is right, when we have got the opportunity now, we should make use of it and simply study, understand Bhagavad Gita, become a devotee of Krishna and serve Krishna and spread this message and offer prasadam to Krishna. So chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So that way for us, Krishna is only our life. We need to love Krishna. I love you, Krishna. So that's all. I love you. It is only to Krishna. Without loving Krishna, we cannot love anyone else in this world. That is simply lust. So when people say that in movies here and there and all such things, they say, I love you. It is not I love you. It is I lust you, not love you. Because we need to love Krishna. We need, without understanding our relationship with Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if we are not able to develop that love on Krishna, so in this material world, everything is temporary, everything is miserable. So here there is no such word as love here. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are able to study Bhagavad Gita and understand, and we have successfully finished the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 72 slokas. And today we are going to start the third chapter, that is Karma Yoga. So again, Arjuna is going to ask question. In the second chapter, Arjuna asks a question in the 54th sloka. In the 7th sloka, Arjuna asked Krishna to tell him what is good for him. Yashreyasya nishchitam bruhitan me sisyasteyagam sadimam tvam prapanam. I am your disciple, a soul surrender unto you, you please instruct me. So for that only Krishna instructed, he gave the knowledge. Then Arjuna asked Krishna in the 54th sloka that Sthita prajnasya ka vasha samadhistasya kesava sthitadikim prabhasheta kimmasita vrajetakam. So for that Krishna answered in the 18 slokas the symptoms of a self-realized person. We have understood that very, very clearly. So now Krishna taught in the sloka number 71 what we studied in the second chapter. Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumamscharati nisprikaka nirmamo nirakankaraka sashantim adhigacchati. So Vihaya kamanya sarvan. So by giving up all varieties, all desires, kamanya sarvan pumamscharati nisprikaka, a person who lives without any desires. So nirmamo nirahankaraga, without claiming any proprietorship, without any false ego, sasanti madhigachati. He attains everlasting peace. Sasanti madhigachati. A person who has given up all desires for sense gratification, who lives free from desires, who has given up all sense of proprietorship and is devoid of false ego, he alone can attain real peace. Then in the last sloka we studied, in the sloka number 72, Esa Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Shamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Vrichati. So this is the Brahmi Sthiti. This is a spiritual position. So after achieving Prapya, after achieving this spiritual situation, so one should not be bewildered. Na mukhyati, vimukhyati. Sitvasyamanta kale. Until the time of death, if we are situated in the same situation, like in the Brahman platform, then Brahma Nirvanam Vichyati. Then at the time of death, we will go to the Supreme Krishna, Supreme Abode. So that's what Brahma Nirvanam Vichyati. So this is the way of the spiritual and godly life, after attaining which a man is not bewildered. If one is thus situated, even at the hour of death, one can enter into the kingdom of God. So now, in the third chapter, in the very first sloka, Arjuna is asking Krishna again question. First and second slokas, Arjuna is talking. Arjuna uvacha jayasi chet karmanaste matha buddhir janardana tat kim karmani gore ma nyojayasi keshava. If you think Jayasi chet karmanaste matha buddhir. Matha buddhir means if you think that it is better to use intelligence compared to work, compared to karma, intelligence is better. Te mata. Te mata means your opinion. If you think buddhir janardana, karmanas, compared to work, compared to fruitive work, intelligence is better. So if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work, what Arjuna is thinking here, because Krishna is asking Arjuna to fight. So Arjuna is thinking that that's a fruitive work. Because Arjuna already told in the first chapter to Krishna that Nakankshe Vijayam Krishna Nacharajyam Sukanicha. I don't desire any victory and I don't want this kingly pleasure. I don't want all these things, kingly enjoyment. I don't want. Arjuna at that point of time didn't think that Krishna wants him to fight. He should simply do that because that is the way to please Krishna, because whatever Krishna wants, he should do it. But that he did not do in the beginning. So now also Arjuna is again trying to tell Krishna, because Arjuna already told Krishna that Nayotsya iti govindam uktva tushnim babu. Govinda, I shall not fight. So that's what Arjuna told Krishna. So because of that, he is again telling Krishna that, why do you want me to fight here? You are asking me to use intelligence. Buddhya yukta yaya pata karma bandham prakasasi. If you act with intelligence, you will be freed from the miseries of this bondage to work in this world. So that way you are asking me to use intelligence. At the same time, you are asking me to fight in this battle. Is fighting in this battle and killing my own kinsman, is that using intelligence? So that's what Arjuna is asking Krishna. That's why Jayasi chet karmanaste matha buddhir janardana. So janardana. So if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work, then why you want me to engage in this costly warfare? Tat kim karmani gore mam nyojayasi keshava. So that's what Arjuna is asking. So he's asking, Arjuna said, O Janardana, O Keshava, why do you want to engage me in this costly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? So it's a very important question Arjuna is asking. Of course, our Lord, Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, he gives the answers. So Arjuna, in one more sloka, we will talk again in the second sloka also, which we'll study tomorrow. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So here in this sloka, Arjuna asked that, okay, we already studied this. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Subir Mishra Prabhu, Venkat Nagarjun Prabhu, and Hina Mataji says Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hina Mataji and Shashi Kopar Mataji says, thank you Guruji for today's wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Guruji, there are no questions so far. Thank you Guruji for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Romalai Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sangeeta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, if intelligent is better than fruity work, then why Arjuna was engaging himself in ghastly warfare, Guruji?
That's what Mataji, maybe in the next questions when you study, next slokas and all when you study, you will understand. Because now Arjuna only is saying to Krishna that if you think intelligence is better than fruity work and all such things. Because Arjuna, whatever Arjuna is thinking is not correct. So that's what we are going to study.
Okay.
Krishna this is a karma yoga, correct? Krishna is going to teach Arjuna that about the karma yoga, about what we should do. We should not be attached to the results, and 3 modes of material nature are very forceful. All such things Krishna is going to teach. So when you understand it, then this question, in fact, what you are just now asking is that Arjuna's question to Krishna.
Yeah.
Arjuna is telling, but that doesn't, it is not true actually.
It applies to us also, no, Guruji?
What, Mataji?
It applies to us also, no, Guruji?
Yeah, because the important point here is that whatever Krishna is asking, you need to do without any attachment to the results. That's what is very important. So the intelligence means it's doing what Krishna is asking us to. So that's what is intelligence. So that at the end Arjuna understands, and he simply says that Karishe Vachanam Tava. The same thing in this sloka who said that why you want me to engage in this ghastly warfare. The same Arjuna told Krishna in the 18th chapter at the end, sloka number 73, Karishe Vachanam Tava. I'm going to act per your instructions. I'm going to fight here. So he said it, correct? He told. But now he's asking all these questions. At the end, he realized, understood that he has to simply do what Krishna is asking him to do. That's it. You understand that, Mataji?
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you
That's
so
what
much.
is intelligence. That's what is intelligence. Intelligence is actually doing work without any attachment to the results. So that means doing work only for the satisfaction of Krishna. That's what is intelligence. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Yes, Guruji. Understood, Guruji. Thank you so much for the nice explanation, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very grateful for your class, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all.
Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you,
No
Prabhu.
question.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji. No questions. I'm very happy to see you again. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Good to hear you're back in health. Sorry, I was traveling for last 1 week, 10 days.
No
I
problem.
just couldn't attend classes nor could watch the videos. It was very hectic and tiring. But I did read the purports on to catch up. But I'll try to see if I can get some of the video time also from YouTube. But I did read up all to catch up again, so I have some understanding. But good to see you are back in improving in health and everything is good. So yeah, I'm glad to see that. And chapter 3 gets very interesting. So I think all the questions start now. So and he'll start answering. So I'm looking forward to that, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very
Hare
much for
Krishna,
the wonderful
Hare
class.
Ram.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. So, awaiting for the right replies which Arjun will get from Krishna, which applies to all of us.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
So, Guruji, ultimately, again, we come back that intelligence means to do without attachment.
That is correct.
So, karma we have to do, but like Arjuna, he didn't want to fight because he was attached to his relatives. And now that's what I think what Krishna means, that intelligence is superior to karma, this question that comes up.
Yes. He thinks that fighting in the battle is a fruity work. So that's why he is asking like that. But fighting in the battle, Krishna already told Arjuna that it is his swadharma, correct? It is dharmyadi yuddha shreyo anyate kshatriyasya na vidyate. So still Arjuna has not understood that part which already Krishna taught him. Still Arjuna wants to avoid fighting. That's why he is telling all these things. So that's good, because he's confused more and he's asking more questions. So that way Krishna has to teach him a lot. So that way we are all very fortunate. Arjuna asked so many nice questions. We have this big Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Mother.
Yes, Guruji. But only my question is that it is so subtle, and situations outside of us is so fast happening around us that, we just get caught up and we don't even really ponder at that time that intelligence, karma, work, attachment, everything like is so automatic happening. But I really feel that with practice, if we hold on to Krishna, then things will come in place. Yes.
Exactly. That's what is going to happen. Krishna will take care of it. That's why we should not give up our Krishna consciousness. We should dedicate our life only in pleasing
Yes,
Krishna.
Guruji.
Then you will see.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shashireka Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, interesting to start the third chapter now. And
Yes,
I think he's asking such a valuable question, and we are just waiting to now hear Krishna's answers and his
Yes.
advice, which applies to all of us, like Vrinda Mataji said. Very, very, very interesting. And what you said in the beginning of the class is very, very valuable, Guruji, when you said that it's not only, it's a mutual relationship. It's not only we who are devotees of Krishna, he is also waiting to do service for us.
Yes.
And that is so true, Guruji, that he is all the time taking care of us. What can be better service than that?
He's
all
always
the time
remembering us. We are only forgetting him.
Yes, all the time he's taking care of us. Every where we look, everywhere we turn around, you see that it's only, we can feel his presence because everything is happening because of him. And everything is because of him, otherwise, how would we have such a our own abilities, the environment, the world, every little thing is coming from him. He is the source of everything. And if that was not there, how would it be possible for us to even exist like this? So it's all his mercy, it's all his grace, and all pervading all the time. That is the, and not expecting anything. And look at us humans, we are, even when we do just this much, we are expecting so much all the time, and even when the original source is Krishna.
Krishna is expecting us only to go to Goloka. That's it.
Exactly. To go back to him where we belong. So yes, Guruji. This realization, this journey is very beautiful, Guruji. Thank you so much. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness, keeping us on track, holding our hand, taking us ahead across this dukkhalaya, across this ocean of problems. But for this, I think it would be very difficult for us to hold our own. Thank you so much, Guruji, for Krishna's mercy and for your class. Thank you so much. Extremely indebted to you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you for a wonderful class. And you made a very nice statement. Whatever is our problem is also Krishna's problem. So
Yes, yes.
he's going to solve it. That's a beautiful statement. And as Sashi was also telling, so many important points today on, about how we have to face the difficulties in our life also. So thank you, Guruji. Looking forward to the forthcoming sessions. And thank you very much for keeping us in Krishna consciousness, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Palniappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare.
It is really very interesting when we hear Bhagavad Gita from you,
Yes,
especially Guruji. Today's sloga, as per that, we have to, even though we have intelligence, we have to work.
yes.
That is the thing which we understood from this sloga, from the question asked by Arjuna.
Yes.
But at the same time, all the human being is created by Krishna. That is, the soul is created with all the negative things.
Yes.
Act, but say no to result. Forget the attachments to all our to all our senses also. He also says that all the time you remember me, don't forget. So, but is it by a human being in the normal world of this, that is the, we call it as always Dukkalaya. Such a world, it is a tricky Gita, no? I would say, instead of Bhagavad Gita, it's a tricky Gita. Because very, very tough for each and everybody to follow as per Bhagavad Gita. So it is a very tough job. Actually, we have to change ourselves, like all the time laugh and live like Krishna only. Then only it is possible for in this world to forget all these things. Whatever, all negative things are in this world, totally. And we have to change ourselves. That situation we are all living. That is why I feel, as you rightly said in between, that 1 in 1,000 is 1 in 10,000 today. That is the basic problem what I felt when I heard from you daily for the last few months. It is not so easy, but at least we have to try. That's a basic thing which I understood from every day hearing from you. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Venkatanagarjan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Guruji, for today class. Today we started new chapter also.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Srinivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavad Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavad Pranams, Prabhu.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Kadiravan Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today I'm joined. Just I'm joined, Guruji. My daughter Mirudula is not well, Guruji. She She is hardly cough and fever, Guruji. She's admitted in hospital. So I am in hospital.
So how is she doing now, Prabhu? What is the doctor saying?
Doctor says some wheezing problem and coughs or a lot of coughs in chest, Guruji.
Okay. So you take any antibiotics, Prabhu?
I think today she discharged. I think, Guruji.
Okay.
We'll see what is.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Mritula, you will be fine. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Om Krishna Arpanam. Thanks, Guruji. Thanks, Guruji. நைட் கிளாஸ்ல பேசுறோம் குருஜி.
நைட் பேசலாம். எல்லாம் சரியா இருக்கும். கிருஷ்ணர் பார்த்துக்குவாரு. கிருஷ்ணரே நினைச்சிட்டு சரியா? ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
சரி குருஜி. Thank you குருஜி.
Thank you. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the
Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Guruji, I joined late, Guruji. Today is a little bit I'm uncomfortable. So I joined late, Guruji. So everything is fine, Guruji. By Krishna's mercy, everything is fine. He's looking after us very well, Guruji.
Yes,
Krishna's mercy is there. Thank you very much, Guruji, for hearing you. It will be a very inspirational, Guruji, for us. That Krishna's consciousness will keep us well, Guruji. That's what your teaching is. That's what you are helping us. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagar Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Manoranjan Sagar Prabhu. Okay, let us listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Manoranjan Swarup Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, very wonderful session. Really, when you called me, I was on the way, but I tried, but it was several times I called you, but it is disconnected immediately. So when you showed unmute, okay, but somehow today is sound goes. Please, sound ready. So actually, today is International Yoga Day. So today is International Yoga Day. So yoga is totally without Gita. So I am very interested to discuss with Gita, and really that fourth chapter pranayam is related. So Gita is totally based on yoga. So really we are, as no there is Dukhalayo Sukhalayo, really we are fortunate enough to be connected with Gita class. Today is Gita, whole world is now having Gita yoga. So that's why we are very fortunate enough to observe, celebrate Gita, and Gita is totally based on yoga, and really different slokas all related. You can cite tomorrow, or because time is off. So rather, it is better to discuss all the chapters related to only yoga. Yoga, so almost all slokas in only yoga. You connect with Krishna, so everything is possible. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata naman, naman, naman.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.